Okay, I've got a video that is near and dear to my heart today, and that is the Vision Jet, um, and something that's blown my mind, and that is how it's kind of a confusing sort of scenario, but there's a 2020 version that released back in the day, and of course I purchased that, and I loved it. And then as far as I am aware, Flight Effects sold the model to Asobo or Working Title. Either way, Working Title and Asobo got their hands on it, their paws on it, and have just completely ruined it. Just ruined the F word out of this thing, dude. And as far as like, I believe they did some work on the systems. I am not certain on any of this, so take this with a grain of salt, do your own research. But all I do know is that whenever it was just Flight Effects, their 2020 version, they were the developer. They made this plane. You bought it in the marketplace, you bought it from them. It was wonderful. And it was so fun to fly. It was one of my favorites. Still is. But let's take a look at some of the reasons I cannot stand the 2024 version. Let me try to turn this panel brighter, if I can. Nope. Alright. But, mind you, I'm in the latest Sim Update 3 beta, which actually just came out today. Let's say, oh. Huh. We're getting weird LOD issues still? That's weird. Why the are we still dealing with that? That doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like the Joker. Why so serious? But that alone, that just shows me you don't give a about me, dude. What is that? I'm no expert, okay? I'm no computer nerd, but this can't possibly be that difficult to crack the case on. How are we still dealing with that? So, there's reason one that I absolutely cannot stand the new version. Okay, I think it's stupid. And oftentimes, in this view, I'll get total glitches with the landing gear, and they'll still be down, and then I switch to this view and they're up. So just all these stupid little things that drive me insane. All I know is that anytime I've ever gotten into the 2024 native Vision Jet, I've had a horrendous experience, and it has made me so angry and not want to I just turn the sim off. I'm sure you've experienced that. Certain planes bother you to the point where you just turn the sim off and you're like, I'm in a fit of rage. I'm gonna go make dinner, do anything else, because I'm gonna go outrageously crazy if I keep trying to fly this stupid plane. So, it's still beautiful. I mean, I've never hit the button. Ooh, this is the one redeeming quality. Oh, and we're completely lagging out on the GPU. So somehow, hitting the button takes enormous graphic resources for some reason. So again, they've ruined it. The one possible redeeming F-word quality they could have had. In the shitter. I'm sorry to cuss. I never do on this channel, but I'm angry. So let's hop in an actual plane. God bless you. Sorry, that's my FS realistic. Let's hop in a plane that somebody actually put a F-wording hour into, at least. Let's hop into a plane that actually was made by somebody who gives an F-word, okay? Let's do that. Alright. Now we are in the real Vision Jet. And I just want to say my PC is still F-worded up from that stupid excuse for a Vision Jet. You know when your PC your GPU maxes out and then your PC's just kind of done with that session and you have to close the sim and open it again. Maybe that's just me, but whatever it is, it did the F out of that. I will say, environment 24. But anyway, notice how, wait a second, I thought they were supposed to flicker. Like, isn't that how they do in real life? That's how they are in 24. Why isn't this flickering? That can't be right. There's gotta be an issue. This thing's actually flying like a normal Vision Jet. That's not allowed. Hey. That's messed up, man. Where's my flicker? You shorted me. Obviously I'm being facetious. And that's a dig at work title and Asobo, or whoever the F word they are. I don't know. Are they the same? Who knows? They're good friends, I know that. And they both squandered the Vision Jet. That's for certain. So we're going to land with a tailwind here. I'll throw the gear down. We'll go flaps 1. Unconventional. But, man, I never... every maybe 2.5 months, I'll check out the Microsoft Vision Jet, and I'm thinking, surely they fixed it by now. And they didn't, and then they tell me, don't call me Shirley. So I don't know what their plan is for that, if they're ever going to address that. But, you know, and I can't give them too much crap, because the new Sim Update 3 beta build is wonderful. Performance is outstanding. So many wins in that department, but just stupid little things like the plane's liveries bother me like crazy. As you heard, I kind of lost my marbles there. We're gonna do a little turnaround Ruski here. But I never have ever quit a session with the Flight Effects original OG 2020 Vision Jet. Never once has this made me rage quit. And I cannot even begin to say the same for the other version. There we go. We're fully dirty right now. We got flaps full and gear out, so it's a little difficult. We're gonna hit a squeaker on this approach here. Particularly this Vision Jet is such a fun plane to bring on VASM too, because it's quick, but it's not too quick. It's glass, but it's also fully amazing for VFR. It can do anything. That's why I love taking this thing on VASM. You can get VFR flight file an IFR plan, set an approach up. It is such a fun way to get into VATSIM, and even if you're not getting into it, just playing VATSIM, you know, it's so nice to have the automation it provides, the system depth, and then also being able to, you know, put the autopilot on, deal with your radios, do all that good stuff. It's a perfect balance. And then it's super fun to hand fly. We're a little off center line. Too busy, yeah, but ooh boy. That was way too fast. Obviously that wasn't a good approach. But this is what's called a Vision Jet. It's obviously my frame gen. Ghosting that, that's not them. But if you're looking for a Vision Jet, don't go with the Flight Effects 2020 because it doesn't flicker in flight. If there's one thing I know about people, it's that they like their planes to flicker in flight, depending on the level of zoom that your mouse is creating. Doesn't that sound fun, guys? Hey, Microsoft, woo! Let's flicker the F word out of this plane, dude. Let's go bananas. Hey, who wants a livery that's the way it's supposed to be? I don't. Hey, pal. Hey, Buster, I don't. Huh, champ? Don't you want it to flicker? Alright, I'm literally losing my mind at how angry that makes me. But if you like the Vision Jet enough, it is so worth it to go buy. It sounds counterintuitive, but I think you're going to have a much better time buying the 2020 version to see it appear in 24 than sitting around waiting for the native 24 version to get better. So, and plus, the 2020's got this cool little tablet. This is a stupid thing, but I love it. Throw the bows on the dash, dude. Oh, you want to put them on? Throw them on. What does that do? Oh, you can put your noise cancellation on, baby. Another great thing to have in VATSIM so you can hear everything you need to do. You got different states, you've got luggage you can put in there. Snowboarding trip for now, statics. Put chocks. I don't want to put the covers on because I have the engine on. GPU. Put a storage cover on. I don't think it works when the door's open and the plane's on, but this thing just rocks, dude. I think most, oh, there it is. Look at that. And the plus with 24, I realize I'm on the runway, not a good spot to power down, but throw your storage cover on. Hit a little walk around, baby. Look at the beautiful flight effects modeling, as is the case on everything. And again, look at that little tidbit, your tail number on the, this is my tail number, by the way. So it does your own, you know, you can choose that. Look at this beautiful model. And again, I just wish they would make it flicker. Guys, get the F word on it. This isn't flickering enough. But this is clearly the superior product. And I think I've gotten crazy enough for tonight about the Vision Jets, so go buy the 2020 version. That's a crazy thing to do, but if you want a Vision Jet, go get a good one. Buy